Hey, what's up, everybody? You know what this is. It's me, your boy Will, and I want to welcome you to another middle aged conservative Ninja Elephant production. And what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about the rioters, because that's what they are, rioters. But first, I'm going to get a little something off my chest about my channel. If you're watching my channel, please subscribe. Um, I'm not doing this because I'm trying to be famous or be some kind of big YouTuber. I mean, if I get popular, then so be it. But if not, so be it. But I do this for me. And also, I do this for you too, because I want to give information out there from my perspective that I think that people need to hear, because there's so much misinformation out there that people get from Yahoo, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS. All the mainstream media outlets are so one-sided and give only one side of the story. I guess that's what one-sided means. But they only give you the left perspective. And I want to give you a whole perspective, but I also want to give you what I am a conservative. I'm not going to hold, it within the name, middle-aged conservative ninja elephant. The elephant being the mascot of the GOP, or the Republican Party. And so I chose the ninja part of it. Well, I guess I could go into my name. I'm middle-aged, as you can see. I'm conservative. The ninja part comes in where, you don't see me coming. I'm like a ninja. I just sneak attack you with the facts. And the elephant, like I said, for the GOP. I just thought it was kind of cool. I looked online, saw some clip art, some generic clip art, and decided to make that my mascot. Now, if I do get popular, I'll probably get sued by the guy, because I say 90% of the time most artists are Democrats or liberal or progressive. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But there's some things that I've been watching the footage, and I know getting to the actual meat of the video. I've been watching a lot of coverage the last few days about these riots. And it's so funny, like so many narratives on Twitter. I mean, like right now that I'm looking over here at my computer screen, and Yahoo has new video emerges of Floyd and Minneapolis police. The second headline is former President Barack Obama puts out guidelines to get to work amid George Floyd protests. So, of course, Barack Obama is going to come out and try to take advantage of such a situation. Like, what a scumbag. What a fucking scumbag, man. Yes, I'm going to cuss, because this dude, you cannot help but cuss when you're talking about Barack Hussein Obama. And just the pure audacity of that asshole. Jesus, man. But anyway, you go to Fox News, which is more conservative, and it says, Monday, Bloody Monday. Rioting, looting linked to George Floyd protests leaves trail of destruction across American cities. Now, which one do you think is actually more truthful? Which is more relevant? I honestly believe that, yes, you can talk about Fox in the past, but recently Fox has been trying its best. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best to look at the camera. But Fox has been trying their best to be a little more on the middle of the road, like center right. But honestly, Fox, I honestly don't think that should be the case. Keep coming from a more conservative point of view, because we already have so many outlets that are from a progressive perspective that we need to kind of balance it out. And other news too. So others, like, okay, before I get back to the riots, there's something I need to address as well. Rush Limbaugh is going to be on the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're not familiar with the Breakfast Club, it is an ultra leftist propaganda show that is a morning show in New York. It's run by three ultra leftist progressives who, well, their names are Charlemagne the God, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy. They are ultra left. But Limbaugh explained on his show today that he wanted to find out what he said. He went to his staff or whoever and asked them who the biggest black audience was, because for some reason, Rush, who usually doesn't give a damn what anybody else thinks about whatever, wants to assure Black America or blacks that, excuse me, from what he says, he wants to assure them that no one on the right of any significance is condoning George Floyd's murder. And for Rush to come out and say something like that, being an ultra conservative, is very profound. Like, I've listened to him since 1993. And Rush does not be emotional about any subject. So for him to even want to address an ultra left-wing show to reach black people about a certain situation, that's huge. So I can't wait to do a video about that interview, because he's going into the den of lions. A den of jackasses, because, the donkey is the mascot of the Democrat. And it's going to be fire. It's going to be lit. I can't wait to see how that goes down. That is going to be so interesting. And I will give you a full report when it does happen. That's if it happens tomorrow or within the next week or so. But going back to the riots, there's so many different threads of information out there that are so incorrect. Like right now, the lamestream media. I can't believe I said lamestream media. My girl Sarah Palin is probably just took over my body for like 2 seconds. I never really liked that saying per se. But the mainstream media, they are trying to put out the narrative that white supremacists are the ones who actually started the rioting and the looting. So they put out these pictures of so-called white supremacists with bulletproof vests under their tan t-shirts, and they got what they call cop boots, and they have walkie-talkies in their ears, and you can see them, and this is their proof that they're directing the violence. But honestly, if you think about it, you don't think Antifa, which I'm going to address in a minute, can buy boots, buy bulletproof vests? I mean, because honestly, think about it, people. Antifa's been real quiet the last few months, preparing. That's what I think they were doing, because they've been real quiet. Their social media presence has been pretty much real scattered. I mean, from day to day, they used to be on it, and then poof, disappeared. So I'm wondering what the hell was going on. And oh my God, this George Floyd thing was the perfect thing for them to come out, and they can co-opt and probably use this as a testing ground for new tactics. That's what I'm thinking is going on with Antifa. And as you know, just the other day, like, I'm trying to touch a whole bunch of subjects in a little bit of shorter time. Antifa, President Donald Trump gave them the designation of a domestic terrorist group. Leftists lost their minds, because this now gives the opportunity for the administration now to go and tap phones and start surveillance. And with those tap phones and surveillance, some leftists at MSNBC, CNN, who always defend the tactics of Antifa when they were beating up old people in Portland or in Seattle, they're going to get exposed. They're going to get exposed, and they are terrified. Just like the Obama people are terrified about Durham's. Oh, we're going to talk about that. I cannot wait till that Durham report comes out. Like I said, I don't know, honestly. Okay, real quick to the Durham report. I don't know if anyone's going to go to jail for the Durham report out of the Obama administration. Maybe Peter Strzok, maybe Lisa Page, but no higher ups like Susan Rice or Brennan or Clapper. Any of those people are going to go to jail. I honestly don't believe that. But some low-ranking FBI officials, well, maybe one high-ranking, Comey might go to jail, or at least get some kind of reprimand. I don't know if it's going to happen. But let's hope and cross our fingers that somebody within the Obama administration pays for trying to overthrow the president of the United States. I mean, a silent coup is not even a justified word for what they tried to do. I mean, it's so amazing that I live in an age where for 240 odd years or 50 years, how long this country's been going on, we've had a peaceful transition of power. And Trump gets in office in 2016, and the so-called no scandal Obama administration comes up with the biggest political scandal in history that makes Watergate look like a birthday party for a third grader. I mean, it's incredible the stuff that has come out about Obamagate. And the press was terrified because, oh no, not the boy king, not Barack Obama. Please, Lord, don't let him get in trouble because that's our Messiah. He is the great one. Let us look to heaven and see his shiny brown face. So, man. But anyway, going back to the riot. Jesus. And this whole white supremacist thing. If you think about it, you think about it with the whole white supremacist narrative. A lot of people are starting to get this and starting to put it out there. I think I saw it on Twitter with Michael Knowles from Daily Wire. I think I saw Mark Levin kind of hint to this. But the white supremacists are Antifa because Antifa, this neo-democratic socialist militant wing that serves people like Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, they really don't see black people as equals. They see black people as children who need to be coddled and protected. So, and then others see this as just an opportunity because they can give a rat's ass about George Floyd getting killed by that cop. This was a perfect opportunity, like I said at the beginning of this video, to try out new tactics they've been working on ever since Charlottesville or Portland, when the riots started there with Antifa. They have been practicing. I mean, there have been reports of mysterious piles of bricks being left outside of businesses where there is no construction. Let me say that again. Mysterious piles of bricks left near businesses where there is no construction. And then there's a video of some Antifa members filming themselves walking down the street, and they knew exactly where to go get those bricks. And they're like, oh, we got bricks now? Oh, we got bricks now? No, they been knew where those bricks were. There's also documents going around showing that the Antifa members were paying black folk to go and cause trouble. Antifa members had a radically, amazingly detailed plan on meeting places, how to communicate, how to deal with the cops. I mean, it's crazy. And so this level of organization, which the mainstream media tries to tell you that Antifa is not really just, they're just a bunch of kids. Remember that old saying that they used to attribute to Republicans? Well, they're just a bunch of good old boys. They're just boys having fun. Well, that's what the Democrats are trying to do now with Antifa. Oh, they're just a bunch of college kids. They're no real threat. I wonder if that's what the Democratic government in Cuba thought when Fidel Castro came around. Oh, he's just a student. How did that work out for them? But anyway, the rioters, man, as a black person, I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. When I see black folk going out there in the name of someone who was so unjustly killed and robbing a Louis Vuitton store, or beating up a 95-pound little old white lady in front of her store when her husband tries to help her, they beat him up too. Or when I see them doing something so ignorant as beating and kicking a man and then robbing him because he wants to protect a business that he loves and dearly and that he frequents, that's not honoring the memory of George Floyd. And anybody who thinks that that is a protest, you're brain dead. You have a problem. You have a serious, serious problem. You are freaking brain dead. Or a synonym for brain dead would mean you're just a Democrat. Because I honestly believe Democrats are brain dead. So honestly, I just can't believe that. Now, let me backtrack a little bit. There are some good protests out there. People who are like in my hometown, there was a peaceful protest, and people went home. That is what you should do. You have a constitutional right to protest and share your grievance with the powers that be. That is your constitutional right. It is not your constitutional right to destroy somebody's livelihood, to take someone's life, or injure them because you mad, or that you hate the orange man because you think the orange. Let's get to that. This rioting, this Antifa stuff, this is all about Donald J. Trump. This has nothing to do with George Floyd, because I guarantee you, if Barack Hussein Obama was president right now, we would not have nationwide carnage going on right now. The press would have did everything in their power to protect the boy king. COVID, we would all 30, 40 million people wouldn't be out of work right now, because they would have made sure you took your ass to work to keep the economy going if they knew that Barack Obama had an election coming up in 2020. COVID would have been no more than a bad cold in the eyes of the mainstream media, because they will do anything to protect their Messiah, their king. And I guess you wonder why I keep calling Obama the boy king, because there's a story that I used to love when I was a kid about Camelot and King Arthur. And when Arthur was a boy, he went to the stone, and there was a sword in the stone, Excalibur, and he pulls out the sword and becomes the boy king. Well, that's what Obama looks like to me. He's that poor, incompetent little boy that pulls the sword out, and the world is handed to him on a platter. And as you can see, what happens with King Arthur, things didn't end so well for him, but everything ended up being roses for Barack Obama, the boy king, the Messiah. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I went way too long on this video. I'm going to try to cut in closing. I'm going to cut it out, cut it down a little bit right here. In closing, there's a difference between protesting and rioting. Your rioting does not serve a purpose. All you're doing is hurting your own cause. Martin Luther King protested, and the world saw him, and they looked at him, and they could identify with him. Yes, things didn't get a lot better. He also paid with his life. I mean, things didn't get a lot better right away. He also paid for it with his life. But the ripples of his peaceful protests allow us to be able to be where we are today, as not only as a Black community, but as a country as a whole. So protests do work to an extent, but rioting, looting never works. You just look foolish, and all you do is enforce the stereotypes that people who are actual white supremacists have about you. So until next time, everybody, hope you have a good day and a better tomorrow. Take care. The Ninja Elephant is out.